She's gone. Where'd she go?
Are you a military Realian?
No, an ex-human.
Ex-human?
A cyborg. An ancient relic. I registered as an organ donor without giving it much thought, and they resurrected me after my death.
That infamous Life Recycling Act, right?
Yeah. The Species Preservation Act came about thanks to the mess that old law caused.
You still haven't told me your name.
It's Ziggurat. 8.
Ziggurat? 8? You're a real human, but your name sounds more like a model number. I know. How about I call you Ziggy instead? Z-I-G-G-Y. It's short for Ziggurat.
Thanks, Dad!
I wanted to get you a real one if I could, but I just couldn't get one.
Oh no, it's great, Dad! He's so cute! Hey, Dad, what's his name? Did you give him one yet?
Nexus 6.
That's just his model number, isn't it? That makes him sound like a robot.
Yeah.
I know. How about Nex? It's short for Nexus 6. What do you think? Huh, Dad?
Yeah. That's a great name.
Really? Come on, Nex. Let's go. Come on, boys.
Do you think it sounds like a puppy's name?
Hmm? No. Call me whatever you want.
Okay, then Ziggy it is. You'll sound a lot more human now.
Well, looks like they're gone.
Commander, the intruder is after the 100 series.
Really? Probably one of the government's dogs.
The intruder disappeared from our sensors near D Block. All units are currently patrolling the area.
Surround D Block. We'll fence them in from both sides.
Yes, sir.
Eggs units. This sure doesn't look like a simple resurgence of an armed group.
What should we do?
I don't know. We won't be able to stay here much longer.
A large number of soldiers are making their way over here. At this rate, this room will be filled with over 100 soldiers in 8 minutes.
Recon Realians are pretty handy. I guess rushing them is out of the question.
Even for you?
Not even a cyborg can take on 3 eggs units. I'd be shot to pieces.
What if the eggs units couldn't use their sensors?
Well, it would probably help. But why?
I can reduce their ability to some extent.
How?
The Hilbert effect. Using inverted Hilbert wavelengths, I can create cross-interference that automatically shuts down the XD-SSS enemy sensor system. That should take out most of their external sensors.
The Hilbert effect?
It's an anti-Gnosis materialization system. Normally, it's spread out over a wide range via an amplifier installed on board a spacecraft. But I can create the effect by myself in small areas like this.
That might work. All right, go ahead.
Okay. All right, here I go.
The Hilbert effect. So this is our secret weapon against the Gnosis.
What was that? What happened? Hilbert waves. Somebody's using the Hilbert effect on us. My enemy sensor system has shut down. It's the 100 series. I can tell from the cross interference. Find her. She's close.
You mentioned cross interference. Do you feel the effects too?
I'm fine. I'm supposed to have a much higher capacity than them.
Rest a bit. I'll take care of this.
I'm okay. I can still help out. My nano repair function's still operational.
I will show you what a true battle is like.
Mystic powers! Grant me a miracle! Mystic powers! Grant me a miracle!
Let's go!
Mystic powers! Grant me a miracle! 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 Mystic powers! Grant me a miracle!
That body of yours that got you this far. Still, what a worthless bunch. I can't believe they couldn't stop a lone cyborg.
Ziggy, this is the guy.
Yeah, I know.
Looks like I'm about to get some decent exercise. And this baby's quite pleased as well.
I'm not a tool that you can just use.
I'm sorry.
What's wrong? Is that all you got?
fighter! Hurry!
Thorough, isn't he?
Hurry up and put out the fire before the ammo ignites!
You're late.
Is something wrong?
No, it's nothing. Momo, find a trade column and short jump us out of here. I want to get back on our return path once we shake off the pursuit.
Okay.
Come on, everybody! Let's eat!
Let's eat!
Well, not bad, huh?
Chief, it's delicious.
Yeah, this ain't bad at all.
Oh, come on. How can this girl's cooking be any good?
But, Captain, you're stuffing your face.
Ah, shut up. Don't disturb a man when he's eating. Water.
Sure.
You do quite a lot.
Really? This is pretty typical for me back home. I have my no-good brother to thank for that. He doesn't do a thing all day except sit around and read books.
Well, there's no one on this ship that has any of your skills.
That's a shame. I guess that's what happens when you have an entirely male crew.
You got that right. Normally, there's not even a hint of estrogen on this ship, so you can forget about having a good meal.
Who usually does the cooking around here?
We take turns. Not that it matters, because the cooking's always bad.
There is one person on board who does nothing but eat.
What's that? Water.
Sure.
Chief, can I have some water too?
Oh, sorry. I hadn't noticed.
Hadn't noticed. So, what are we gonna do now?
Well, we certainly can't leave Cosmos to her own devices, can we? She's functioning independently.
And to think, we were supposed to get vacation time once we completed the startup experiment. Turned her over to the second division.
You're starting to sound a lot like the captain. There's no use crying over spilled milk, you know. The first thing we need to do is to contact headquarters and ask for instructions.
So I guess we're stuck with these guys for a little longer.
Huh? What do you mean?
Well, I got a little suspicious, so I checked this ship's registry. Did you know that these guys are with the Kukai Foundation? That place is bad news. I heard a rumor that it's just crawling with mutants.
Hey, that's kind of a racist comment. Listen, Alan. Sure, it's a well-known fact. The Kukai Foundation was established by the Miltian government as a specialized military group. But they only held that status until the completion of the post-war proceedings. Although, they haven't gotten around to demilitarizing quite yet. They're being run like any other valid foundation nowadays. You know, as a matter of fact, their current director received a lot of praise for taking in and protecting victims in the days before the Species Preservation Act. He's really to be commended. Now, what was his name?
Guinan Kukai.
Oh, Chaos. What's up?
Oh, I just dropped in to see if there was anything I could help out with.
Oh, thanks. We could use some help drying the dishes.
Sure thing.
Phew, that's everything.
Yep. Huh, what's this?
Oh, that's for the commander.
Come to think of it, he didn't join us for dinner, did he?
No, and I even called him. Oh well, I'll just heat it up and take it to him.
Well, how about we call it a day?
Good idea. Oh,
Did you forget something?
no, but where did Cosmos go?
Oh, Cosmos? She's being tuned in her service module down in the hangar. It'll probably take a few more hours. Oh, did you want to go down and talk to her? I'm sure she'd like that.
Oh, really?
Of course.
Thanks. See you later.
Bye.
So we finally meet. Now, where does the real you exist? Good night.
I guess nobody's here. So you're the... I trust this
will work correctly. But why?
Yes.
Energy
She's already
bypass
built a
subject
network
secure.
covering about 70%
Control bindings
of her
released to level
unconscious
6.
field.
That's amazing.
Everybody down on the floor!
This facility is now under control of the UTIC organization. Any resistance whatsoever will be met with deadly force. So don't even think about trying anything. As long as you follow our orders, you will not be harmed. We appreciate your cooperation.
Is this the same archetype from before? You?
Oh, I didn't see you in your room. I thought you might be a little hungry. What were you doing?
I was looking at her.
At Cosmos? With a gun in your hand?
Oh, it's a bad habit.
I see. Well, you are a soldier after all. I know someone with a habit like that. He's always carrying a sword around with a weird grin plastered on his face. Don't you think that's dangerous?
Yeah. That's definitely dangerous. So this is the android that can take on the Gnosis. She sure doesn't look like it.
Yeah. But regardless of what she looks like, she's still a weapon.
I suppose you're right. Before we left the Woglinde, what was his name? Lieutenant Virgil? He was killed by this android's battle algorithm, wasn't he? I'm not trying to blame you. Logic, reason, they can bring about death. Happens all the time.
I never thought she would ever do something like that.
You programmed her basic logic architecture, right?
Yes, pretty much. I always thought of her like a daughter. Or more like a friend, maybe. But
I see. Well, I doubt we could have saved the lieutenant from that situation anyway.
thanks for trying to cheer me up. I noticed you eat very neatly.
Hmm? That's part of who I am. At least now, that is.
So, what were you doing on the Woglinde?
Why do you ask?
Just wondering. You somehow seemed different from the other crew members.
The Woglinde task force was assembled hastily. Besides, I'm a soldier. I'll go to where I'm assigned.
Soldier?
Well, looks like we've lost them.
Yeah. Thanks to your linking directly to the main controls.
You're welcome. Oh, I just received a UMN pulse. Preparing the long-distance jump to the Federation capital of 5th Jerusalem.
Momo, we're not going back to the subcommittee headquarters.
What? Why not?
I was told to escort you to the autonomous government of 2nd Miltia. I'm sorry. Those were my orders.
All right. Now setting course for Miltian star system.
I've received word that the 100 series is on board a ship headed for 2nd Miltia.
Well, that was fast. Once she's safely transferred to the UMN control center on 2nd Miltia, we'll finally have a little peace of mind.
It's all such a bother, though. It would have been so much easier to perform the analysis here.
We can't decode the protection in that Realian here. We have to send her to the UMN control center, located at the former Vector Transfer Gate control facility.
That's right. Besides, the entire area within a few dozen light years of Old Miltia has been sealed off ever since that incident 14 years ago. So this certainly beats traveling through regular space.
Joachim Mizrahi. You really outdid yourself this time.
Oh, don't worry about it. You're absolutely right.
By the way, do you really think the Y data is hidden within that Realian?
We have conclusive evidence that she holds the code to unlock the UMN transfer gate leading to the sealed-off sector. Aside from that, she's pretty much a mystery. We'll just have to open her up and see.
If she doesn't have it, we'll be required to delay the Zohar project. How will we explain that to the Council?
Even if it's lost, we still have one other lead. Let me pull up my documents. This image was processed from the only remaining surveillance camera. The picture's unclear, but that boy served as Joachim's assistant. Judging from the time frame, we believe he was somehow involved with the Y data.
Where did the boy come from?
The records are missing. The only information we have is that he was 14 and studying at the University of Bormio. But even that's just second-hand information from Mizrahi.
He got into Bormio at 14? Must have been pretty smart.
You don't know what happened to him?
Correct. It's currently under investigation.
If he's alive, he'd be 28 years old now.
This research paper is on the secondary effects of the Hilbert wave.
The Hilbert effect? Do you think there's a chance he slipped into Vector?
Back when UTIC was still the Mizrahi Cerebral Sciences Research Center, Mizrahi's main patron was none other than Vector. It's certainly a possibility. There's no concrete evidence, of course.
Dr. Mizrahi, please continue your investigation of this issue.
Yes, of course.
In any case, our first priority is to get access to the old Miltia sector. Our hands are tied until we recover the original Zohar located there.